All right, so for this solo, we're in the key of E. We're going to be combining E major pentatonic along with E minor pentatonic to create this great bluesy feel. We're also going to be using a wah-wah. Jimmy Page has the wah-wah depressed so that the sound is very trebly. He gets a lot of treble out of the guitar. In other words, without the wah-wah, the guitar tone sounds like this. And then with the wah-wah, so if you have a wah-wah, that'll really help get the sound of this solo. So there's going to be 6 licks that we're going to learn, and the first lick goes like this. So what we're going to do here is we're going to bend up a whole step from the 14th fret of the G string and then grab 12 B, 12 on the high E. Following this, we'll pull off 15 to 12 on the B string, slide 15, 14 on the G string, and then pull off to 12. 14 to 12 on the G string, and then a whole step bend from 14 on the G string. And that's the whole lick. And of course that comes after the punches where we're playing an E5 chord, but this is an overdub. So on the studio recording, Jimmy Page just plays the lick. He's not playing the chords. But the chords that come just prior to this lick are, and then the lick. And that's just an E5 power chord. Open low E string, 2nd fret on the A string. Now let's take a look at the second lick. Sounds like this. So here we're down in this open position. We'll start on the G string by sliding from 2 to 4, 3rd fret on the B string, slide from 4 back to 2, pull off to the open G string, 2nd fret to the open G string, that'll be a pull off, followed by the open G string one more time. So far we've done this. Now we'll pull off 2nd fret to the open G string once again, followed by the 2nd fret to the open D string, that'll be a pull off. Repeat that, so pull off from the 2nd fret to the open D string. Now on the A string, pull off from the 2nd fret to the open A string, and then strike the open low E string. So here's what we've just done. And if I put it in context with those punches on that E chord, it would sound like this. And where Jimmy Page hits that low E string, the last note, that also coincides with those punches. So as he hits that last E note, the band has hit this. Okay, so once again, here's the second phrase. Here's the third phrase. So here we're going to start off with a whole step bend from the 14th fret of the G string, followed by 12 B, 12 on the high E. Now we'll bend up from the 15th fret of the B string. We'll bend a whole step 2 times and then grab 15 on the high E string. And this phrase ends with a whole step bend from the 15th fret of the B string. So the whole fill would sound like this. And that comes after the punches. So in context, it would sound like this. Here's the fourth phrase. So this starts off on the 17th fret of the B string, followed by the 20th fret of the B string. We're going to bend up 2 whole steps, and then release, followed by 17 on the B string, 18 on the G string, pull off 20 to 17 on the B string. Here's the 5th phrase. So we're going to stay in the same position here, starting off 17 on the B string, bend up a whole step from 19 on the high E, followed by 19, 18, 17 on the high E. Just going right down the E blues scale there. Now we're going to pull off 20 to 17 on the B string, and now play 20 to 17 on the B string, but we're going to pick those 2 notes. So here's that phrase once again. And now here's the 6th and final phrase. Stay in the same position, starting on the B string, 17 to 19. Now bend up a whole step 2 times from the 19th fret of the B string. Now we'll do a 3rd bend, but this time we'll bend a little further, also from the 19th fret of the B string. It's not exactly a step and a half, it's between a step and a half. He just bends a little further that 3rd time. And we'll end this with 2 notes, 19 on the high E string, 17 on the B string. Okay, so here's what we've done for this 6th and final lick, nice and slow. Okay, so there you have all 6 of those phrases for this solo. You've heard it up to tempo, so now I'll go ahead and put this in context with the backing track, first at the medium tempo and then at the slower tempo. So feel free to jam along or you can just check it out. So here it is first at the medium tempo.